They say the richest man who ever lived wasn't from Europe, not from America, but from the heart of Africa. His name was Mansa Musa, the Lion of Mali, the King of Kings, and the man whose wealth was said to be beyond imagination. But how did one African ruler rise to such power and riches over 700 years ago? This is a true story, a story as told by Afrikanza. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more African tales, fictions, and true stories. Long before the world knew his name, a boy was born in the ancient empire of Mali, a land blessed with gold, wisdom, and warriors. He was called Musa Keita, born around the year 1280 into a royal family of leaders and conquerors. His grandfather was Sundiata Keita, the great founder of the Mali Empire, whose courage freed his people from oppression. From his youth, Musa was taught the ways of kings, discipline, faith, and leadership. But destiny had chosen him for something far greater than even he could imagine. The story goes that one day, Mansa Abubakar II, the ruler of Mali before Musa, set sail across the Atlantic Ocean, determined to discover what lay beyond the horizon. Before leaving, he appointed Musa as deputy. But Abubakar never returned. His ships vanished into the waves, and the young deputy became the king, the new Mansa of Mali. In that moment, Musa inherited one of the richest empires on earth, controlling vast trade routes of gold, salt, and ivory that stretched across the Sahara. Under Mansa Musa's rule, the Mali Empire flourished like never before. Gold flowed through his lands like rivers of sunlight. Traders from Egypt, Arabia, and even Europe spoke in ill of Mali's wealth. Yet Musa was not just a man of riches, he was a man of faith and learning. He built great cities, Timbuktu, Gao, and Niani, turning into them centers of education and culture. Scholars, poets, and architects came from far and wide to be part of his vision. Mali had become a kingdom of gold, and Musa its radiant sun. In the year 1324, Mansa Musa decided to embark on the holy pilgrimage to Mecca, a journey that would forever change how the world saw Africa. But this was no ordinary pilgrimage. He traveled with a caravan so grand that even the deserts of Egypt trembled in awe. Over 60,000 men, 12,000 slaves, and hundreds of camels laden with pure gold dust followed their king. Everywhere he went, Mansa Musa gave generously, gold to the poor, gifts to kings, and donation to the mosques. In Cairo, his spending was so lavish that it caused the price of gold to fall for more than 10 years, an economic ripple that reached all the way to Europe and Arabia. The world had never seen such wealth nor such generosity. When Mansa Musa returned home, he brought back more than gold. He brought architects, scholars, and teachers from across the Islamic world. Among them was the great architect Ishaq al-Tuwayin, who helped build the legendary Djingoreba Mosque in Timbuktu, a masterpiece that still stands today. Under Musa's vision, Timbuktu became a center of learning, filled with libraries and schools that attracted scholars from all over Africa and beyond. The Mali Empire had reached the height of its power, a golden age that would echo through history. Time passed, and the golden sands of Mali carried whispers of Mansa Musa's reign. He ruled with justice, with knowledge, and with faith. A king who believed that true wealth was not measured in gold, but in what a man gives to his people. Under his hand, the empire stretched from the Atlantic coast to the Sahara. He built cities where there had been none, turned deserts into trade routes, and planted seeds of learning that would blossom for centuries. When Mansa Musa finally left this world, he left behind not just an empire, but a legacy of wisdom, generosity, and African greatness. Historians say his fortune, if counted today, would be worth over $400 billion, more than any billionaire alive. But his true wealth was never his gold. His true wealth was his vision, a vision of a proud Africa, rich in spirit, in knowledge, and in purpose. Centuries have passed, empires have risen and fallen, yet the name Mansa Musa still shines like the desert sun. A reminder of what Africa once was and what it can be again. The world called him the richest man in history, but we, the children of Africa, remember him as something far greater, the king of gold and the keeper of wisdom. This was the story of Mansa Musa, the Lion of Mali. A story as told by Afrikanza. If this story moved you, don't forget to subscribe and join us again as we bring to life more African tales, fictions, and true stories from the heart of our continent. Thank you for watching.